All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's Sentient Cloud. So today I'm going to go ahead and start working on getting the profiler set up and ready to go, as well as testing and things like that. I kind of did a little bit of this beforehand, but I didn't end up uh, finishing it. I was, still trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to do it. But yeah, with that, and if I get that done today, then I will probably end up working on the application layer, just kind of like the basic setup. One thing that I do want to make sure of, and I'll go ahead and just get started typing here, but I want to make sure that when I'm building this editor that it's made with plugins in mind, so that I'm not like spending so I'm not kind of painting myself into a corner with how I'm doing this. And I discovered, and I might have actually shown this beforehand, but in order to do a release build, I kind of have to also like compile those as separate objects. So I've just got them with this little underscore R suffix for the release objects. But, okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean this out. And hopefully I can get the debugger to work without having to do its whole own separate thing, because one thing I've noticed is that GDB doesn't really like to have the fsanitize stuff active. But I don't know, I guess we'll see. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I guess we'll just use the regular stuff. So we'll go and we'll get rid of this. Just clear this out. And this can go away. Basically just going through and making sure that am I doing all that right? Hmm. Okay. So the objects are already getting built. I think I can get rid of this here. Okay, and then I do need to go through and have something to, oh, oopsies, hold on. Like I mentioned before, the editor is not perfect by any means, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay. Let's see, CP, or no. Let's see, test bins are already labeled, right? Yeah. Let's do C++. And make sure we include LD flags. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And let's also make sure we include objects, because we're going to need those. We're going to need that for all of them. Okay. Okay. Let's go here. Space there. And let's test this out. So if we do make test fatal such. Oh, because it needs to be properly. Go ahead. We'll do dot tests. No, source / log. Okay. Error. List voting macro debug. Oh. Let's see. Right here. All right, so this needs all right, cool. So, got this going, and actually, should probably incorporate some highlighting. Because my plan is to have this all be, like, I don't really need to put this into its own separate file. So let's go ahead and we'll do some styling here. So, escape sequence. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and make some changes to the colors. Okay, and I think it's. Let's make sure I've got the. As 3, and then let's see, what am I looking at? All right, set foreground. So that's going to be. So it's going to be 31. Okay. It's also going to be 31 at. So both fatal and error are going to be red. Orange will be purple. Or magenta, I should say. So that's 35. Let's see, I guess info can, that can stay white. So we'll leave that as is. And then debug is going to be kind of a cyan, kind of yellow, light blue sort of color, I think. It'll be okay. So 36. That's there. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, let's see if that does what I want. Clean. Trace not declared. That's right. Hold on. Let's fix that. I went ahead and removed trace from the list of various things that I'm using. Trace, it's basically just a debug with less steps. So I'm just going to make it. Oh, hello. Okay, let's see. Tree node, okay. What's going on there? Hmm. Okay, so what gives? Mhm. Okay, so what's going on here? Hmm. Let's see if I can fix this. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe the do that. Let's go to here. Let's go ahead and comment that out real quick. And let's see if maybe that's part of what's going on. I mean, it shouldn't have issues, but you never know. This sort of stuff can be weird. Okay, we're in script engine. Okay, so there's something going on with like, I'm pretty sure it's the logger.hpp. So let's go there real quick first. Hold on. Let's try and make release. See if it's interesting. Okay, so I gotta remove that real quick. So I was testing out some stuff to see if it would work, but yeah, the C++ 26 features are not anywhere near. Oh, hello. Hold on. Oh. What the heck? Okay, so maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's make. Okay. So it's an internal compiler error. I'm not using PG with that, so maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's not liking. So let's go ahead. Let's go to the makefile here. It's always good to get this part of development out of the way early. Figure out stuff. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's start by removing fsanitize. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's not liking that. Make clean, and then make. Okay. Let's not exit. Okay, so it's not liking fsanitize. That's mildly concerning, but I can probably get around that by using something like valgrind and then going from there. And actually, let's just test that real quick. Let me open the makefile again, put in fsanitize again, and make sure that's actually the problem. Yeah, okay. So fsanitize is not able to work. That's a shame, but that can happen. It's not a guaranteed feature by any means. Okay. Nope. Hold on. Okay. Let's see, where is it? Gmon out. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll test this first. So prof gmon.out. That's a little weird. Just do is in. Oh, right, because I cleaned everything out. Stupid. Okay, let's go and do that real quick. Stop exit. Okay. All right, so all right, cool. Now, can I do the same thing? Hold on. Make tests. Let's do that real quick. Okay, so that's running. Let's go ahead and see if that'll work. Time accumulated. Okay, cool. So that seems to work. Can I still do that for this? Okay, so looks like it's not the same thing, which is a shame. Okay, hang on. So executables. Okay. Maybe that's something for GCC. Increase these directly. Okay, so then generate. Okay. Rename. I want to make sure I can rename that. Okay. So Gmon out prefix. I think this is how we're supposed to do things. Prefix. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and echo. One. All right. Okay. So right. Okay. Let's try this again. Make test. Right. Okay. So now we're getting that, and then let's see. Can we specify a name for the data, the file? So can I? It's okay. Let's see. Okay, so we can specify. Let's that and then okay. So that's going to make things more difficult. Okay, so could do something slightly different. Let's how do I guess we'll just try and export this. And then let's right. Okay. So let's try. Okay, so why is it not showing? Man. Mm. Let's run that set -e prefix. There we go. Okay. So now we need to go ahead and rename things. So let me go to the makefile real quick. Okay, so that's compiling there. This is where all the tests are compiled, and so time there's let's move that out to let's see, I guess we'll just do dot rough data, I guess we'll call it that. Hopefully that works. Okay, hold on. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Hold on. Just muted myself there. Okay. Make. Okay, hold on. Let's do it this way. I'm particularly fond of this, but putting the profiling data inside of inside the bin folder is like not entirely insane. So rm gmod.out, yep. And okay. Let's try this. Okay. That. Nice. So then I can do gprop. And there we go. Okay. Now, let's see. Hmm. Okay. So it looks like you can do that. It just requires you to be a little bit more creative. Or say in test bins, do this. Okay. So let's see if that works. Clean, make test. Unexpected end of file. One sec here. Okay. Let's get going. Actual string. Let's try. Maybe this, because I've got plenty of space to type this stuff out. So maybe it'll be better. Okay. Command not found. Why is the move command not found? Maybe he just doesn't like it. Okay. Okay. Now, ls bin. Okay. So now if I do gprof, I get all that stuff. Okay, cool. That's good. And the same basic idea applies, or should apply, for this. So we'll run that, and then I don't need to iterate through that, so we'll just do move gmon.out. Data. So just do make os.exit. I need to go ahead and turn off the Lua scripting part of that because I'm not really using it right now. That's going to be once I actually start working on the application. Okay, so we've got make. So if I go to bin again, got the profile data for that. So gprof. Bin and bin. Oh, make sure we're in binary here. Data. And so we've got all of the data for the profiler to access. I guess now I just need to. Well, I don't need to. It would be kind of nice if I could have that happen a bit more automatically. But you know what? I'm willing to accept this. So that I think is about where the work on the makefile can probably end. So we've got the shared libraries and specified, because it's usually best if you are specifying what can work, and major versions are typically where things still remain compatible. Hopefully that remains the case. We've got tests that are compiling. I suppose I could also test if the if this system allows for multiple tests. So maybe let's go ahead and we'll just do tests slash CP. Do that. And then if I do make test, that's fine. So that compiles. Now if I spin, okay, so it's not, okay, it's compiling both, so why isn't it executing both? Okay. Why is it not working? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Shell. That's... Okay, I am gonna have to do some more research to figure out exactly why the why that's not working. Not really sure what's going on there, but regardless, made some pretty good progress here. So hopefully I'll actually be able to start working on the code itself. I realize this is kind of boring probably for a lot of you, but it is kind of important to get the build stuff dealt with ahead of time. Otherwise, you kind of run into issues. So, either way, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you found this interesting and or useful, and I will see you again in the next episode. Have a great day.